This is not your typical safari. In Samburu National Reserve, 5 rare species define the landscape. The Samburu Special Five. Unique, resilient, and built for survival. In the remote north of Kenya lies a land carved by heat, time, and survival. Samburu National Reserve. Here the earth is dry, rivers run only in seasons, and life clings to every opportunity it can find. Acacia trees dot the landscape, thorny, resilient, their silhouettes defining a horizon that feels endless. This is not an easy place to live, but for those who belong here, it is everything. At the entrance to Samburu, the journey truly begins. Unlike the southern parks of Kenya, this region holds its own identity, home to rare species known as the Samburu Special Five, uniquely adapted to survive where others cannot. Beyond this gate lies a different Africa. A flash of color breaks the monotony of dust. The vulturine guinea fowl, its deep cobalt feathers shimmer under the sun, a striking contrast against the pale earth. Nearby, a northern red-billed hornbill balances on a dry branch, its curved beak catching the light. It begins to bob its head, slow, deliberate, a courtship ritual, a quiet performance, where timing and precision mean everything. Our vehicle moves steadily into the open plains. Every track in the dust tells a story of movement, of hunting, of escape. The deeper we go, the more the wilderness reveals itself. The Somali Ostrich appears. Males, in contrast, are unmistakable, with a striking blue-gray neck and skin, a bold display that sets them apart in this harsh landscape. Taller, paler, and distinct from their southern relatives, they scan the horizon constantly, built for speed, survival written into every stride. Here, 2 females move across the open ground, one slightly smaller, likely a subadult, still growing into the strength of adulthood. Not far away, the Kori bustard walks with purpose. Weighing more than any other flying bird on Earth, it conserves energy with every step, choosing when and if to take flight. A group of Grant's gazelles grazes quietly, but tension is building. 2 males lock eyes, neither willing to back down. The challenge begins. They charge, horns colliding with a sharp crack. Again and again, muscle against muscle, each pushing for dominance. Nearby, another male watches, lying low, waiting, calculating. Finally, the clash reaches its peak. until one breaks away. Victory here is not just status, it is the right to survive and reproduce. A desert warthog moves through the scrub, noticeably different from the common warthog, its body leaner, its posture lower, adapted to harsher, drier terrain. Close by, the Beisa Oryx stands motionless. Its long, straight horns point skyward, a symbol of elegance and endurance. It can survive long periods without water, drawing moisture from the plants it consumes. A true master of the desert. Where water exists, life follows. Along the riverbanks, activity intensifies. Magpie starlings hop energetically, their glossy feathers catching the light. In the distance, two silverback jackals move through tall grass. Silent, coordinated, always alert. A Taita fiscal perches quietly, alert, calculating. Often called the butcher bird, it hides a darker strategy behind its calm appearance. Like other shrikes, it impales its prey on thorns or sharp branches, creating a hidden larder, a store of food for later. In this unforgiving landscape, even the smallest hunters must be efficient. Chestnut-bellied sand grouse gather on the road, small, cautious, ready to take flight at any moment. But these birds carry a remarkable secret. The males are able to soak up water using specialized coiled belly feathers, then fly long distances back to their nests, delivering life-saving moisture to their chicks. In a land where water is scarce, even survival takes flight. The acacia trees come alive. An African orange-bellied parrot clings to a branch. Its vibrant colors standing out against the dry landscape. Nearby, chestnut weavers move in and out of their intricate nests, woven structures that sway gently in the wind. Every thread carefully placed, every movement purposeful. Darnot's barbets call in pairs, their voices echoing across the savannah. This is more than bird life. It is a complex, living network. In the distance, a tower of giraffes emerges, many of them moving slowly across the landscape. The reticulated giraffe, one of Samburu's rare Special Five. Their geometric coat patterns, sharp, defined, make them unmistakable. They feed calmly on acacia leaves, using their long tongues to navigate around thorns. On one giraffe, a red-billed oxpecker feeds, removing parasites. A small exchange, but one that benefits both. In this vast land, even giants rely on cooperation. A freedman's lark breaks the silence, its song rising above the dry plains, clear, persistent, carried by the open air across an unforgiving landscape. In a world shaped by heat and dust, its voice becomes a signal of life, small but impossible to ignore. We cross a dry, seasonal riverbed, its vast emptiness hinting at the power it holds during the rains. The views stretch endlessly, raw, untouched, and breathtaking. An African elephant appears ahead. It walks slowly toward us, each step deliberate, powerful. It stops and stands quietly for a moment. You can feel the weight of each step in the ground, a deep presence moving through the landscape. Then, calmly, it begins to feed. A gentle giant, yet one of the most powerful animals on Earth. Birdlife continues all around. Weavers, buntings, each adding to the symphony of the wild. A golden-breasted starling perches in the open, its iridescent plumage reflecting shades of blue and gold in the sunlight. An impala stands with its young, its ears twitch constantly, its eyes scanning every direction. They position themselves back to back, a simple but effective defense strategy. In Samburu, awareness is survival. A herd of elephants moves through the landscape, steady and coordinated. Beneath a scorching sun, their journey continues without pause. Young and old move together, bound by instinct, experience, and memory. With every step, a deep rumbling travels through the ground, the sound of weight, power, and presence. Their direction is clear. They are heading toward water. In this dry ecosystem, water is a critical resource, and every movement is shaped by its scarcity. Massive feet crash into the water, sending splashes in every direction. The Iwaso Nyiro River is their lifeline, a vital artery cutting through this arid landscape where countless elephants depend on its waters to drink, to bathe, and to move through the harsh, dry plains. Trunks reach out and meet, gentle touches and greetings passing between individuals. A quiet social language built over generations. On the far bank, one elephant scoops sand, using its trunk and foot, flinging it across its back to cool the heat of the day. A small calf drags a broken branch behind it. Curious, carefree, exploring the world through touch and movement. Around them, the adults remain steady and alert, a protective presence anchoring the herd. The herd steps into the water, the river responding instantly to their presence with deep splashes and ripples spreading across the surface. The heat of the day fades as they enter, cooling, drinking, and moving through the current with familiar ease. The young ones shift the energy of the scene. They roll into the water, kicking and splashing with unrestrained movement. Learning through play, testing the limits of their strength in the flowing river. Gradually, the herd begins to rise. The river that once brought relief now fades behind them as they step out, returning to the dry, unforgiving land. One elephant lingers. It moves a little closer, slowly, deliberately, as if curious, as if aware of something beyond the moment. A brief pause holds the scene. Then it turns, and without urgency, it disappears back into the herd. We continue through sweeping savannas, under skies filled with shifting clouds. The scale of Samburu becomes clear, vast, quiet, powerful. Crossing out of Samburu National Reserve, we enter Buffalo Springs National Reserve, connected ecosystems, sharing the same lifeline. A wide river stretches beneath us, its presence transforming the landscape. This is where life gathers, again and again. Grevy's zebras appear, larger, narrower stripes, perfectly adapted to arid conditions, one of the rarest zebra species on Earth. Without warning, the skies open, Rain pours heavily, turning dust into mud, roads into rivers. But the journey continues, because in the wild, life does not stop. A Somali courser darts across the wet ground. Above, a black-chested snake eagle scans for prey. Hidden within the trees, a pearl-spotted owlet remains still, watching, waiting. At the springs, we pause, a brief moment of rest. Even in the wild, there are moments to breathe. The journey turns back toward Nairobi. The wilderness slowly fades, but its memory remains. At Solio Ranch, the final chapter unfolds. A Jackson's widow bird takes flight, its long tail trailing behind like a ribbon in the wind. A perfect ending. Samburu is a land of extremes, where heat, water, and instinct shape every life. Here, survival is constant, but so is beauty, and long after we leave, the story continues, unwritten, unpredictable, wild.